What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey, back out with another scary, terrifying, and creepy video from Slapped Ham. We're about to watch two videos in one for an epic, scary compilation of Slapped Ham content. So grab a chair, grab some popcorn, your extra pair of pants. It is spooky time. If you guys are new to my channel, if you guys are returning and have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe right now by hitting that white bar icon down at the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. Then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for the love and support that you guys show on my channel every single day. My channel is not what it is without you guys. So keep on doing what you guys are doing. Tell your friends, tell your family, or anybody you guys know. And hopefully one day we will reach that 100K goal. Until then, go over to Slapped Ham. Go give him some love. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. And with that being said, let's get into the scares.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to see some seriously freaky video clips. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Do it. A chair. Oh.
Starting today's episode off with a short and creepy little clip. This one was uploaded to TikTok by user at dingy_AYD. It's some home security footage showing a quiet dining room late at night. Everything looks perfectly normal until something strange happens. Startled, the family dog begins barking furiously at the empty space near the table, but what happens next is even more unsettling.
What's in its mouth?
The dog suddenly jerks backward as if shoved by something invisible. Some commenters think it's a clear case of paranormal activity, poltergeist behavior perhaps, while others suggest clever editing. But the clip's simplicity and the dog's raw instinctive reaction make it all the more chilling.
I'm trying to figure out what the dog is chewing on.
Gang, we have a huge announcement. We are officially live over on Spotify. Our paranormal deep dives.
I'm not doing Spotify.
Our next story takes us to a suburban home where a simple Halloween decoration turned into a terrifying ordeal.
Oh gosh.
A woman named Erika Harrington had ordered a decorative doll from Amazon for her
Hi, Erika.
upcoming Halloween celebration.
Girl, you crazy.
At first, it seemed like nothing more than an ordinary prop, until Erika noticed that the doll seemed to move on its own.
You can see right here, you see how she's turning around? Okay, that's normal because of the wind. But hold up, look at her. She's turning back around.
Whenever she stepped
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
outside, she claimed the doll would shift positions, always turning slightly toward her, as though it were watching her every move.
She turns and she continues to look at me. No, I'm trying to get myself in the house at this point.
What disturbed her most was that the doll never moved randomly. It always seemed to deliberately face her.
Why are you stopping right there to look at me? I don't play that. It's time for her to go.
Then things escalated. Erika began receiving
Hit that refund button like it's no tomorrow.
motion alerts from her home camera showing a person
gosh.
detected on the porch.
What?
But each time she checked, no one was there. Her garage door opened on its own. Her dog began staring at empty windows as though following something invisible.
Beautiful dog, though.
And when she looked closer at a photo of the doll sitting in a chair, commenters pointed out something she hadn't seen before. What looks like faces reflected in the window.
Faces? I don't know. Do you guys see the faces? Oh, okay. I see that one. I see this one. But I don't see this one. And I see this one, but I don't see... I don't know.
She placed the doll in her husband's car trunk and began contacting priests and mediums for help. One medium told her that the doll carried a dark presence and advised her to get it out of the house immediately. In her final video, Erika films herself shipping the doll back.
Return to sender.
She says she can finally breathe again, but admits the house still feels off.
She's gone. I'm walking away. I just hope my house is okay.
Did she
Her
get
Halloween goblin decoration,
I was to say, did she get it from Spirit Halloween?
which had stood perfectly still for years, began turning toward each other, and
Get out of
a
here.
small green pumpkin decoration kept rotating on its own to face the street. Even after the doll was gone, she said she could still feel its energy.
Oh,
She ended
no.
her last video saying she would be cleansing the home and her family, swearing off Halloween decorations altogether. Erika's story has since gone viral, sparking debate among viewers. Some believe the doll carried something truly supernatural. Others say it's coincidence, faulty sensors, wind, or
Should have just burned it.
stress manifesting in strange ways. But the chilling detail that her security camera detected someone present when no one was visible continues to unsettle even the skeptics.
I want to see that.
So what do you think? Just an unlucky Halloween prop, or something far darker that refused to be ignored?
Comment your thoughts below. Plus, if you guys have scary stories, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear you guys' scary stories of something like this, or out in the woods, in the basement, in the attic, on a walk. I'd love to hear you guys' spooky, scary stories.
This eerie set of photos was sent in by a viewer named Bailey S, and the story
Oh.
behind them is enough to send chills down your spine.
You know when you see those two images and you're trying to find out which image is different? I already see it.
The pictures were taken back in 2012 on Halloween night in Sandy, Oregon. Bailey was posing with her 2-year-old sister-in-law before heading out to trick-or-treat.
Such a cute
Her
ladybug.
mother-in-law was the one taking the photos. Just a few quick snapshots in the living room before they left. In the first image, everything seems perfectly normal. A sweet family photo showing Bailey and the toddler.
But then,
But in the second
Boom!
photo, taken only
who is that in the top right? It looks like somebody from My Chemical Romance. Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
seconds later, something inexplicable appears,
And it's not like it's the person with the picture.
reflected in the window behind
And look how pale it looks like Dracula. And look at that nose.
them is the clear image of a man standing in the room.
I mean, it could be a mask, but I don't know. It's
The
creepy.
problem? Bailey swears there were only 3 people in the house at the time. Her sister-in-law, and her mother-in-law.
So who was that?
No one else was present, and certainly no one who looked like the man in the reflection.
Well, it can't be a vampire because it's got a reflection.
They didn't notice anything unusual until later that night when reviewing the photos. By then, the house was quiet, locked up, and empty, except perhaps for
It looks like it's doing this.
whoever or whatever appeared in that window.
on while they sleep. I have to have darkness when I'm sleeping.
So what do you think? After a chilling live stream encounter. During a casual late night session on a platform similar to chat roulette, a seal connected with a woman he didn't recognize. At first, everything seemed perfectly normal. They exchanged greetings, enjoyed some music together, and she was off.
You heard.
صوتك كذا من الله.
From the Quran. The woman's expression changed and she abruptly left the live stream. Viewers flooded the comments, convinced they'd just seen a seal come face to face with something supernatural, a jinn. According to Islamic belief, jinn are spiritual beings created from smokeless fire. Like humans, they can be good or evil, but evil jinn are said to fear the Quran, especially verses that glorify Allah's power and majesty. When confronted with Quranic recitation, evil jinn often flee instantly, unable to withstand the divine words. On the other hand, righteous jinn, those who follow Allah, find comfort and peace in the sound. As for a seal, he later told his followers that he couldn't explain what happened, only that he felt a powerful energy the moment he began playing the Quran, and that the woman's sudden disappearance confirmed his suspicions. So was this just an eerie coincidence, or something not of this world revealing itself online?
I don't know. You tell me what you think. She's like, it hurts, it burns.
This next clip was sent in by viewer Jessica P, and it comes straight from the security cameras of a local brewery, and what it captured is truly strange.
Could go for a nice brewski right about now. Oh, what the hell is that?
At exactly 1:28 AM on October 10th, the brewery was completely empty.
Bug?
Chairs were stacked, lights were out, and the front doors were locked for the night. But on CCTV, a glowing orb of light suddenly appears inside the tasting room.
Futuristic bug? I have no words.
Whatever it is, it hovers above the counter before drifting across the floor.
Looks like
The light doesn't behave like dust.
It looks like a light that's trapped in a bubble.
Dust or glare. It's too bright, too controlled, and even seems to change direction mid-air before splitting off and vanishing completely. Jessica says no one was outside or inside the building at the time, and that all entry points were secure. She describes it simply as an unexplained light that breaks off. While skeptics might chalk it up to insects, headlights, or lens artifacts, others think it looks too luminous and deliberate, suggesting it could be a paranormal manifestation, perhaps the spirit of a former worker or a lingering energy tied to the location.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that one?
Whatever it was, the brewery owners still can't explain what appeared on camera that night.
I don't know what it is, but I definitely want you guys to timestamp it and then tell me what you guys think it is so I know which one you're talking about. Oh.
This eerie submission comes from a viewer named Penn who captured
I'd love to have a camera like that. Oh.
something strange while working on a creative project. a stop-motion film featuring a small fox puppet.
Fox puppet?
The photo was taken back in 2013 using an iPod Touch in a quiet private garden that once stood on the historic grounds of Eltham Palace in
I still got mine.
London. Penn says they were alone at the time, carefully photographing the puppet frame by frame. But when they looked back at the image later, something unexpected had appeared. A set of legs.
Is it a ghost ostrich or something?
Penn insists that no one else was present and that the shadow wasn't visible when the photo was taken. What's even stranger is that Eltham Palace, known for its centuries of history and royal connections, has long been rumoured to be haunted. Built on medieval foundations, parts of the property are said to be home to ghostly figures that have been seen wandering the gardens and corridors.
Definitely looks
Was
old.
this just an odd trick of light? Or did Penn accidentally capture a spectral presence from the palace's storied past?
Got something. I don't know what it is, but...
Coming up in our last segment, we take a look at one of the most influential poltergeist cases in history.
Oh yeah?
But before we do, hit that like button as it really helps us reach new audiences.
It does.
In 1938, in the quiet suburb of Thornton Heath, Croydon, just south of London, the ordinary home of Alma Fielding, a 34-year-old housewife, became the stage for one of the strangest and most influential poltergeist cases ever recorded. What began as a domestic haunting spiraled into a psychological mystery that would change how paranormal investigators understood ghosts forever. The case, later called the Croydon Poltergeist, was investigated by Nandor Fodor, a Hungarian Jewish journalist and psychical researcher who served as chief research officer at the International Institute for Psychical Research.
Whoa.
Fodor's findings would ultimately bridge the gap between psychical research and
Smoking is bad for you. Don't do it.
psychoanalysis, proposing that hauntings might not come from external spirits at all, but from the hidden trauma of the human mind. In February 1938, strange things began to happen in the Fielding home.
That's another thing I was hearing about, is they were saying the other day the rumor is that ghosts don't necessarily exist because when they die, but they exist because our minds create them. It's like, what?
While Alma and her husband Les were bedridden with illness, a six-fingered handprint appeared on the mirror beside their bed. That night, a tumbler shattered mid-air, a cold wind lifted their eider down, and an invisible force hurled objects across the room. The next morning, the chaos intensified. Their teenage son, Don, narrowly dodged a flying pot of face cream, and the family's lodger was struck by 2 coins that seemed to materialize from nowhere. A light bulb unscrewed itself from the ceiling, vanished, and was later found still hot to the touch on a nearby chair. Word spread quickly. On February 19th, reporters from the Sunday Pictorial newspaper arrived, and what they witnessed made front-page news the next day under the
name down here, Hitler!
Headline, Ghost Wrecks Home. They saw an egg shoot down the corridor, a china dog crash to the floor, a chunk of coal sail across the room, and a teacup explode in Alma's hands. Among those captivated by the story was Nandor Fodor, desperate to prove the existence of genuine supernatural phenomena and to restore his credibility after exposing several fraudulent mediums. Fodor travelled to Croydon to meet the Fieldings. Initially, he suspected a classic haunting, but as he spent more time with Alma, he began to notice that the activity always seemed to centre around her. When she grew emotional, the phenomena intensified. When she calmed down, it stopped. Fodor arranged for Alma to be examined under strict laboratory conditions at the IIPR headquarters in Kensington. There, researchers observed more strange phenomena, objects appearing out of thin air, glass breaking, and small animals inexplicably materializing. Among the apports or manifested objects were a scarab beetle, a Javanese sparrow, an ancient oil lamp, a fossilized shell, and even a white mouse. Once, while traveling by car, a live terrapin appeared suddenly in Alma's lap.
Turtle.
But things took a darker turn in May 1938, when Fodor, now suspicious, ordered Alma to undergo X-rays before a seance. The results revealed that she had been concealing items, including a locket and brooch, within her body cavities to simulate supernatural manifestations. Fodor didn't
What?
stop there. Instead of dismissing her as a fraud, he saw in Alma something much more complex, a woman expressing deep psychological pain through physical phenomena. He concluded that the poltergeist was not an external entity, but rather a manifestation of Alma's repressed trauma and inner turmoil. Fodor's notes painted Alma as a woman trapped in a web of personal suffering. She had lost multiple children, endured invasive medical procedures including a mastectomy and hysterectomy, and was locked in an unhappy marriage to a man who was emotionally and physically distant. Under this strain, Fodor theorized, Alma's mind had split, one part performing the haunting unconsciously as an emotional release, while the other part remained unaware. He described the poltergeist activity as objectifications of mental anguish, physical eruptions of repressed emotion. This interpretation shocked his peers. His colleagues at the IIPR, scandalized by his Freudian approach and allegations of sexual repression, expelled him later that year. His papers were seized and thought lost during the Blitz, but rediscovered decades later by historian Kate Summerscale, who chronicled the case in her acclaimed book, The Haunting of Alma Fielding. Fodor's investigation unfolded in the shadow of World War II as Britain teetered on the brink of conflict. Reports
Which would hence why it said Hitler on the newspaper.
of ghosts and hauntings surged across the country, which Fodor and later historians interpreted as manifestations of national anxiety, collective hauntings born from fear of the unknown. Alma's story in this light became a microcosm of her era, a woman's domestic haunting reflecting the psychic unrest of pre-war Britain, where rigid gender roles and psychological repression left little room for the unspoken to surface except in supernatural form. Though his career with the IIPR ended in controversy, Fodor's revolutionary theory laid the groundwork for a new understanding of hauntings. His work influenced later writers and filmmakers, from Shirley Jackson's The Haunting of Hill House to Stephen
That's a good
King's
one.
Carrie. Stories
Good
where the
one.
supernatural and the psychological intertwine. In 1958, he published On the Trail of the Poltergeist, reaffirming his belief that ghosts were not spirits of the dead, but echoes of the living, the screams of the subconscious made visible. The Croydon poltergeist remains
So is he literally saying that our minds make up the hauntings?
one of the most bizarre and psychologically revealing hauntings in history. A story of shattered glass, psychic pain, and a woman whose anguish seemed to bend the laws of physics. For Fodor, the haunting was not a visitation from beyond,
Sounds like Frodo.
but a reflection from within, proof that sometimes the most frightening ghosts are the ones we create ourselves.
That's crazy to think about. Oh, he
A
doesn't
viral
like it.
TikTok clip has viewers divided. Is this just a nervous hound or proof that some antiques really do carry
I mean, that picture's kind of creepy.
something extra home with them? In a video posted by antiques collector and artist Rebecca Jones at Snap by Beck, her dog Georgia can be seen standing at the edge of the room, barking anxiously at a 100-year-old oil portrait hanging on the wall.
That's creepy. Is it family or what is it?
The video quickly racked up over 2.3 million views, with thousands of commenters insisting Georgia was picking up on something paranormal. In a follow-up post, Jones revealed she'd actually doubled down, purchasing the companion portrait of the woman's husband after the Etsy seller reached out, offering the matching piece.
I bought her
Oh.
first.
It was sold on Etsy?
Did not realize her husband was sitting in the same Etsy store.
But Etsy stores are usually things that you create, though, right?
She joked that perhaps Georgia was barking because the wife missed her husband, not because the painting was haunted.
I figured maybe that's why my dog Georgia was barking at her. She was miserable without him, so I doubled down and bought him too. Or maybe I made her extra miserable by bringing him home.
Now, with both portraits, the husband and wife, hanging side by side, Joan says she sees wisdom and kindness in their faces. So what do you think? Was Georgia warning her owner about a haunted heirloom, or just another overprotective pup with a flair for the dramatic?
That's creepy. If I saw that in the dark, I probably would have crapped my pants. Oh!
This eerie image comes from Boksburg, Gauteng, South Africa, where a father says his 3-year-old son accidentally captured something chilling
Who's that?
on camera. According to the father, his son had been playing with the camera trying to take a picture of him, but the boy didn't realize the front-facing camera was on. In a matter of seconds, he snapped several random photos.
Oh.
When his dad took the camera back and began deleting the blurry ones, he reached the third photo and froze.
I would do.
Behind his smiling son, half hidden in shadow, is the unmistakable image of another face.
A woman.
The father insists
You can see the piercing on the ear, the eye, more of a sunken in.
that only he and his son were home at the time, and that the person in the picture is no one he recognizes.
Does he have a mom?
When shared online, the photo quickly spread through local Facebook groups, with commenters divided, some calling it a simple camera glitch or motion blur, others claiming it's a spirit or presence.
That's not motion blur. That's not. I've been in photography classes, okay? That is not what that is.
It's caught mid-manifestation. Whether it's a trick of light or something truly supernatural,
This is a woman picture.
one thing is certain.
Or
This accidental selfie
thing.
has unsettled thousands, leaving both skeptics and believers wondering who or what is standing behind the boy.
It's definitely creepy.
This next one is something straight out of a nightmare. A haunting image titled Final Frame that appeared on a hard drive bought at a flea market. The photo shows what looks like a pale, featureless mask, smooth and expressionless, with faint etchings carved into the surface. Beneath it, a cryptic caption reads, "You sought this." The Redditor who found the file, Mirror Teeth, posted it to Mysteries of the World asking if anyone recognized it, perhaps from a film, short or art project.
Anybody?
They wrote, "I bought a batch of hard drives at a secondhand store and came across this image titled Final Frame. I'm trying to figure out if it's from a movie or if it's something amateur." At first, it seemed like an unsolved oddity, until a few days later when a new YouTube account appeared, posting a single video titled "You Tried, Looking for Me, and Now I'm Looking for You."
The hell does that mean? A skin, and underneath it breathes like a human, like you.
The clip goes for 1 minute and
There's a
42
word.
seconds and has a strange message baked into the captions.
It tastes of static and forgotten things. No help, please.
The entire message reads,
You think this is a video. You are mistaken. This is a surface, a skin, and underneath, it breathes, like you. There is a word I cannot speak. It tastes of static and forgotten things. No help, please.
Pineapple. Sorry.
Your world is a dream, an old, repeating dream, and the dreamer is growing restless. Such a good thing. You should be happy.
I don't like riddles.
Do you feel the space between the seconds? Do you feel the friction of your skin? Search a miracle. Not for a door to open, for a mind to pause. Your face is a mask you forgot you were wearing. What will you see in the mirror when it finally peels off? Remember,
Hamburger.
you sought this.
The video abruptly ends there. No credits, no metadata, no trace of
I just think somebody has too much time on their hands.
the uploader's origin. Now, theories online are split. Some users believe this could be the launch of a new ARG, an alternate reality game, possibly an experimental horror series hidden across multiple platforms. But others think it's something far darker, a piece of cursed media or a warning intentionally buried on those drives for someone to find. So far, no one's managed to trace the file's source or the original creator of the YouTube video, and that closing line, "You sought this," feels less like a title and more like a threat.
That's what
We'll keep watching this one to see
You brought this on yourself is pretty much what it means.
what surfaces next. Hey peeps, just a quick reminder to check out our Slapped Ham Mysteries channel. This is our second channel. This is where a recent episode of the Danny Jones podcast left viewers gobsmacked. Guest Dahlia Burgoyne, an energy arts trainer who teaches mind sight, seeing without using the physical eyes, agreed to a cautious step-by-step demo under studio lights with multiple host-supplied blindfolds and eye patches.
So these are all blackout masks.
Yeah, I can't see anything. It's completely black.
Yeah, so these are all different ones. They're all blackout. Blackout.
The ground rules were simple. New masks layered over hers, no touching the test items, and clear on-camera lines of sight for the audience.
Well, this one right here is a closed square.
Yeah, that's a black square.
Okay, let me shake. This is a closed circle.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Oh, is this like a open plus?
Open plus sign, yep.
Okay. And this one is, what is this? It's a closed something. Closed square?
Yep.
Okay.
With her eyes fully covered, Dahlia identified simple shapes that were held behind her head, saying she uses different windows around her head where perception is clearest.
Yeah, so there's like that.
Is that what my mom says when she has eyes in the back of her head? She has windows in the back of her head?
That was the clearest window, was on this side right here.
Mm-hmm.
I also have one here and one up. Like I have two up here too. And
Wow.
So yeah, so that one was the clear. I probably could have seen over here too, but I'm like, I don't want to like mess it up right now. But
She then read book titles and words she had not been shown.
so this says Area 51. It says what is that? Uncensored. What did that say? Something top secret military base.
Yep, that's right.
Mm.
My God.
Okay, so this one is windows open. It says Mother of God.
Yep.
Okay.
On a studio computer screen, she read typed phrases.
Oh.
He hasn't typed yet. Okay.
Hi, Dahlia.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
I don't know about this one.
Big flower.
When objects were placed behind her, she reported shapes and sometimes colors, but noted her back windows were less precise, confusing blue-green and red-orange at times.
Yeah.
So sometimes in my back windows, if you give me like words or something, I can know exactly what it says, and if I look at it, it looks like Greek. And it's very weird.
Dahlia explained that her ability activates with light exposure and can be trained in others, sighted and blind, beginning with light-dark discrimination, then color, then letters.
Once you put it, so you'll see when we're kind of teaching it, you see that we put a flashlight in you, and that's what activates it. Or going outside. You know, you might need to be around people that can do it just to have the belief strong enough. But
Closing my eyes. What is this? I don't know what it is. Is it a blower?
that's what activates it at first.
The hosts used their own blindfolds, taped patches, and added layers on air to reduce the chance of a prepared party trick.
Jeez, she's got like
this is a
three
big
different
mask.
things
Yeah,
over
yeah.
her.
Items were also brought from another room and kept under the desk until shown.
Oh, I'm seeing something, but is it like, can you move it again?
He's moving it.
I'm definitely seeing it, but I can't make it out right now. Is it like blue or green?
So who is Dahlia Burgoyne? An energy arts practitioner who teaches mindsight extraocular vision and collaborates with researchers. She says she first developed dark walk navigation, seeing outlines while blindfolded, later discovering light as a key trigger for full color and text perception. She claims to train both sighted and blind students. Her public demos include contact in the desert and local TV appearances. Dahlia also highlights her daughter, Lidovina, whom she describes as a non-speaking autistic telepath, subjects that she says are under ongoing research with several labs. What aired is undeniably impressive viewing. Dahlia read text and identified shapes while apparently blinded, and the hosts tried to close obvious loopholes. Still, the gold standard requires controlled, replicated, peer-reviewed testing. Until then, the episode is a well-produced case study, a compelling prompt for deeper research rather than a final answer on human mind sight.
I don't know
So what
what
do you
to
think? Is this the real deal? Let me know in the comments.
It says cell. It says shadow. Wait. Yeah, shadow and cell.
Shadow Saw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Ghost
know about
hunters
that
in
one.
Ireland say they've captured the manifestation of a spirit at one of the country's most haunted sites,
Ooh.
Kinnedy Castle, County Offaly. During a public investigation in the banquet hall, a guest snapped a photo that Paranormal Supernatural Investigations Ireland, PSII, believes shows Hugh the Monk, a figure long linked to the castle's legends. According to co-founder Richard Morrison, the team led a 20-person night hunt, 15 guests, 5 investigators, guiding participants to areas with high electromagnetic readings and instructing them to take photographs. The group favours spirit photography over traditional EVP work. "We'd rather have visual evidence than go through audiology," Morrison explained to the UK's Sun news outlet. Moments later, a guest's camera captured what the team calls
Looks like somebody's sitting in a
manifestation
chair.
shown to all present on the spot. Morrison says the location isn't random. The banquet hall reportedly sits above monks' graves, and the team suspects that's where the activity concentrates. The image has kicked off fresh interest in Kennedy's ghost lore and in PSII's new transparency drive, which brings the public along on investigations to witness methods and evidence firsthand. With another public session planned, the team is heading back to see if Hugh the Monk will make another appearance in Ireland's most haunted castle.
I don't know. What do you guys
I'm
think?
on my way out to the cemetery to visit Stacy's chair.
Back in 2020, Michigan real estate agent and TikTok creator Marshall posted a lighthearted video exploring a local urban legend, the eerie witch's chair in Brookside Cemetery. What started as a playful ghost hunting skit would years later spiral into something far stranger.
Just one more time, I'm gonna sit down in the chair.
It's probably not a good
Hang out
idea.
right here. What? What's that?
The Brookside Cemetery, established in
There's no
1853, is home to the old Stacy family
Not gonna lie, it scared me.
plot. At the back of the grounds sits a granite chair marked Stacy, long rumoured to be cursed. According to legend, Mary Stacy, the judge's widow, visited her husband's grave every day for 17 years, always sitting in that same granite chair. Locals say
commitment.
anyone who dares sit in it soon meets an untimely end.
Is he still alive?
The story darkened further when the Stacy's daughter Loanna, known around town as a spinster, was later branded a witch. After her entire family passed, illnesses and livestock deaths plagued the community, all blamed on Loanna. Her ghost is said to wander both the Stacy mansion and the cemetery, still bound to that granite seat. Marshall's original 2020 TikTok was clearly a skit, jokingly overlaying a ghostly figure over footage of the chair.
Oh, is that what it was?
Nothing to worry about. I told you, it's just a big debunk. That's it.
What are you gonna do? Just one more time, I'm gonna sit down in the chair. Hang out right here. I'm gonna sit down in the chair. Hang out right here.
Okay, it's an overlay. It still scared the crap out of me, though.
What?
Oh,
What's that?
But by 2023, life for Marshall and his family took
oh, watch, he got actually haunted.
a chilling turn. Strange occurrences began inside their home. Objects disappearing and reappearing, loud thuds from the basement, and shadowy movements caught on their Ring camera.
I'm outside because I don't want my family to hear me talking about it. They don't know anything about this. I caught something. Take a look.
Okay.
One clip shows a mysterious figure standing motionless at the edge of the family's property for several minutes before slipping away.
They just stopped and stared
Why did he check the mail?
and then continued on again. Really strange.
Later, they discovered the stranger had left a note in the mailbox.
And here's the other thing in red. The end with XOXO. Well, I think it's a threat. I don't know.
Soon after, Marshall posted another video capturing rhythmic banging echoing from the basement.
Check it out.
What did you do?
Stop.
When he peers down the stairs, there's a sudden rush of movement.
Hello?
It's as though
Oh, I
something
hate that
invisible
sound.
charges toward him, but no one's there.
Oh.
Hello?
In a follow-up, he tries communicating with the presence.
Knock once if you're friendly, knock twice if you're not. Oh, okay, alright, friendly.
He calls out questions, and faint tapping responses come from behind the door.
Are you from here? Okay. This is the weird part.
When he opens it, nothing.
I don't understand. Then it just stops. Nothing here.
So what exactly did Marshall stir up after his playful visit to Stacy's chair? Could something from the cemetery have attached itself to him? Or is this all an eerie coincidence fueled by local lore? And who was the figure leaving cryptic notes at his door?
Super slow. But then this is real time. They just stopped and stared at the
Paper
house.
towel.
For now,
notes.
the mystery remains unsolved. But if the old stories are true, perhaps some legends should be left alone.
Hello?
So I don't mess with it. I hate that sound, man.
Coming up in our last segment, we take a look at an eerie submission from a viewer. But before we do, remember to leave some comments below, subscribe if you're new, and smash that like button.
It's free
it
to
all
do,
helps
it's easy
us
to do.
reach new audiences.
Yes.
This eerie image comes from Reddit user Alien the Cashew, who shared a chilling story about a mysterious face appearing on their workplace security camera late at night. According to the post, the footage was captured
It kind of looked like Voldemort.
around midnight.
The boy who lived, come to die.
The camera, usually trained on a stage area inside a building over 150 years old, suddenly went dark and grainy. Moments later, a large, distinct human face appeared in the frame, lingering for nearly 15 seconds before slowly fading away to the left.
It kind of looked like it's a balloon and it's coming at the camera. This was
The
August
user
14th.
explained that management dismissed it as pareidolia, the psychological tendency to see faces in
I mean, that could be it too.
patterns or shadows, but the poster insists it wasn't just a trick of the light. To me, it's clearly a face. Nobody was in the building, we had closed for the night. It's just super spooky, the poster said. The OP added more context later, saying that the manager snapped the photos directly from the live monitor and that a video recording may still exist. The camera is mounted roughly 12 feet high in the corner of a stage, which makes it unlikely someone could have physically stood in front of it. The building itself, once an old factory, has long been rumored to be haunted, something the OP says they've personally experienced, having felt strange sensations near that same camera before. Was it just camera interference, or something watching from the shadows of this century-old building?
Or pareidolia. I don't know.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Now, do you want spooky content in your feed every single day of the week? Then consider subscribing to our new channel, Slapped Ham Shorts. There's a link in the description box down below there. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.
With that being said, if you enjoyed my reaction to these 2 videos in one of scary, epic Slapped Ham content, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Share your thoughts down in the comments. And of course, subscribe to Slapped Ham. We'll see you guys in the next video. Please take care. Be safe. As always, keep nerding on. And we will see you guys in the next video.